Hello, everybody, and a Merry Christmas to absolutely all of you. I know it's a couple days before Christmas, but this is my last meal plan before Christmas. And with that, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the stuff that we are getting for our Christmas meal. This week and next week are thrown off just a little bit because Christmas falls on Friday, which is normally either Friday or Saturday is our grocery day. It's also payday, which is why we do it when we do. And so going the day before, which is also Christmas Eve, is just really not an option. Going the day after Christmas, guys, that's going to be really iffy. So you're seeing this grocery haul now. I am going to do my best to get the one for next week up on Monday, but there is a really high chance it's going to go up on either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when we actually do the grocery shopping. Now, I am kind of trying to stretch out a lot of what we are going to have over the next week, so that it'll kind of carry us through next week just a little bit too, because everything is thrown off so much. We always have leftovers from Christmas because, well, even if it's just us, which that's the plan for this year, I over make a lot of stuff and the kids love it because we snack the whole day through and it's enjoyable. Anyhow, aside from all of that, I'm going to show you guys everything we got. And then at the end, I will run through totals and some more of that plan with you. All right, guys, here is everything that Sean just got home with. Starting back here in the corner, we have a box of cornflakes. That is something you only see us buy maybe once, maybe twice at the most a year, because they just don't get eaten otherwise. And well, I'm allergic to it. That is actually something that goes on top of a potato dish that we lovingly refer to as branding potatoes, and that we will be having for Christmas. 3 boxes of rice checks, because I have used that as an alternative to top the potatoes with. It does taste just enough different, so I'll probably make a small dish for myself with the rice checks on top, and then the bigger dish with the cornflakes for everybody else. Plus, you know what? We've got a lot of treats to make for neighbors and everybody else, so we're going to be making some more Muddy Buddies, as well as a ton of cookies, which is also part of what you're going to be seeing here in a minute. The Cocoa Dino Bites, because that is a cereal we have run out of. Our kids do not go through cereal very fast. So guys, this one bag, it's going to take my kids a few weeks. And that's 7 kids because it's more of a treat. It's not a meal. So that's how we treat cereal in our house. We do have 2 bags of the dill pickle potato chips because half the kids really like those. And then we have 1 bag of Ruffles. Now that is partially because our oldest son loves the chicken patties, but Sean actually talked to the guys at Sam's Club today who said they actually have not been able to get more from the supplier, and they don't intend to, I don't know, it was kind of confusing. They don't intend to stock it until they can get it in stock. I don't know, it was really weird. So we don't know if those are coming back or not. So as an alternative, his next favorite meal to make himself, on easy lunch days and whatnot, is those microwave nachos. So we went ahead and got those as that backup. Back here, we've got 2 more things of almond milk, 2 things of the Fairlife whole milk, 1 thing of heavy whipping cream, which will be used in some other dishes, as well as some of the cookies actually call for that. Big tub of sour cream. A good chunk of that will actually be used in that potato dish. We've got Sean's cheese Ritz bits. He's really developed a love for that ever since he decided to try them again. But so many foods affect him, and that one doesn't seem to. So it's nice that he's got a snack he really likes that he can eat and not be affected by. We've got apples and bananas. All of the produce today, except one, I think came from Safeway. So apples and bananas, 2 things of romaine lettuce. I'm going to go ahead and run through the produce, and then I'll go back up through everything else. 2 bags of organic kiwi. They plan on getting, and I say they because one of the girls went with them. They plan on getting kiwi at Sam's Club anyhow, but they were already getting produce at Safeway. Liked the look of those, so they got those. We've got shallots. That is actually going to be for the turkey for Christmas, as well as lemons. I make a really yummy sauce that we coat the turkey in, stuff under the skin, all that good stuff. And it's just really good. So we've got those. 2 things of Brussels sprouts. This is all that came from Sam's Club as far as produce goes. And then coming back up here, we've got, going with the dairy, we've got butter. 3 things. Each of them have 2 blocks of cream cheese in them. So there's 6 blocks of cream cheese technically. we've got 2 things of turkey pepperoni, 2 packages of cheddar brats, 2 boxes of puff pastry sheets. Those are to go for a specific cookie that one of the teenagers and I decided we wanted to try and make. The 2 bags of shredded hash browns, that is actually for that potato dish that we will be making. The turkey, guys, this big guy back here. Let's see if I can get this turned around for you. This is a 23-pound turkey, paid $18 for it. So this is obviously the time of year to get some of this stuff. Beef steak strips, that is something that they actually bought to snack on while they were out, but it came out of the grocery budget, so it is included. We've got a total of 6 cans of the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Now, we've got that because Christmas morning, we've started the tradition in the last couple of years of having cinnamon rolls for breakfast on Christmas. I like the canned version because they're so simple. It does not require a ton of work for me. Get up, throw them in the morning, and then everybody can enjoy them. Now, eventually, I would like to try my hand at cinnamon rolls from scratch, but it takes more work to convert everything with gluten-free flours, and that's all we keep in the house is gluten-free flour, and I just haven't done it yet. And I don't want Christmas morning to be the day I have to try and figure that one out. So we're going to stick with those. I just won't eat them. We have 4 cans of gluten-free cream of chicken. Now, the gluten-free matters because this is actually for that potato dish. And by having the gluten-free cream of chicken, it means I can eat it. Now, the problem is it does still have soybean oil in it. I have found one brand through Amazon in the past that I've purchased a big case of, but we're finally out of those. And this was what I was actually excited that when he called me and said that Walmart had gluten-free, because I was just expecting the Campbell's, which has MSG in it as well. So we try to avoid that, but I get to eat some of the potatoes. So anyhow, string cheese, because we are slowly going through that. The kids still prefer the Colby Jack string cheese, but it just, Sam's Club is not getting it back in, at least not the brands that are worth eating. 2 things of the poultry blend. This has got sage, rosemary, and thyme. Now, we needed rosemary and thyme for the turkey. The sage is just extra in there. But Safeway was out of just rosemary. They had containers of just thyme. So I had him grab 2 of those. We'll see if there's a different recipe we want to use the sage in, or just not use it. We have the rosemary and thyme though. Almond extract, that's for some of those cookies, as is the seedless blackberry, the seedless red raspberry, and the orange marmalade. Now, the one that is not is the peach. However, it doesn't mean we can't use it, though I have a feeling that they got it just to use for other things. The Dijon mustard is actually for the turkey as well, for that sauce that I make. There's some other ingredients as well that we already have on hand, so we didn't need to get those. Did get more eggs, though, for the amount of baking that we're going to be doing, because one of the girls recently made a whole bunch of hard-boiled eggs with what we had, and we've got a few others left, but needed more for all the baking. 3 things of the bubbly water, 2 of the pineapple, 1 of the blackberry. Again, the both of us have been cutting down quite a bit, so don't need quite as much of that. We have got this organic brown rice flour that is for one of those recipes, as is the turbinado cane sugar, which, funny story, guys, the recipe calls for demerara sugar, and I did a search before he left and was finding links to actual labeled demerara sugar. I did not find anything that said it's just turbinado sugar. Well, he had somebody helping him at the store trying to find it, and it turns out even the tag there says turbinado, just because I was not familiar with the other term. And so I told him I would have had him skip it had I known that's what it was, because we have a big bag of turbinado sugar in the closet. So I told him it's a good thing that sugar is good for quite a while, because we have time to go through it, because wow, do we have a lot of it now. And then 4 things of this fluffy vanilla marshmallow frosting. This is for cookie decorating, as well as graham cracker gingerbread houses. Rather than going through the work of making the gingerbread and everything, which we could do, because it's a lot of work, we just let our kids use graham crackers, use canned frosting to piece it all together, and then whatever cookie sprinkles and whatnot that we've got to decorate. Keep it simple, a little less on the sweets because, guys, they're going to eat it while they do it, and they're going to eat it right afterwards. We're not the kind of people to make big decorative gingerbread houses and stare at them. We make things to eat. And last but not least is the chocolate chips that go along with the massive amount of baking, and probably a few of them will get used in those houses as well. But guys, there it is. That is a lot of stuff. That's what we've got for this Christmas week. Now let me flip this and I'll tell you all about our totals. Okay guys, so while a couple of the teenagers are starting to put groceries away, I wanted to hurry up and wrap this up for you. Sean added the receipts for me, said it was right about $280, which is actually mind-blowing to me. I'm gonna have to go back through, not that I don't trust him, but I'm gonna have to go back through and add stuff up. I don't have the receipts ready to show you at the moment, so I'm not including those. You know what, if you really want them, I can add them in somewhere later, but this week you're just gonna have to take my word on it. However, guys, I'm gonna say that this is mind-blowing. I know that there's certain things we normally get that we didn't this week, such as the whole chickens and stuff, but we got the turkey instead, so that kind of took its place. We didn't have any freezer foods, but we've got a ton of other stuff, a lot of little things, so it looked like a lot. I know a lot of that stuff though, you know, $2 here, $1.50 there. So it looked like a lot of stuff. It just didn't add up as fast. And it's crazy to me because then there's part of my brain going, maybe we need to eat like it's a holiday every week because it's cheaper somehow, or we have more for that price. I don't know. It's not genuinely cheaper because we're still staying right close to that budget of $300 for the week for all 9 of us. But I also wanted to make sure that we had a little bit of extra of each thing because, guys, on top of making sure that we have leftovers, because that's just what we do, I wanted to make sure that if we have any foster kiddos with us for Christmas that, you know, we're not like, oh, I only accounted for this many people. Nah, that is just not my style. Even if we are truly just planning on something being the 9 of us, I always mix extra because you just never know who's going to join you. And again, we're not opposed to leftovers. So there it is, guys. That is our Christmas grocery haul. That everything that was not shown that we plan on using is because we already have it in our pantry. I have been hoarding what potatoes I have left from the last bag that we got. We've got onions already, the seasonings and all of that stuff other than the fresh herbs. That is the stuff that we just have on hand. I'm trying to think. I know there's a couple other things that we will need, but we didn't have to buy it. The gluten-free flour that we buy, we actually order from Costco or through Costco. I shouldn't say from Costco because we get the Namaste gluten-free flour and we order a case of it. Well, that actually comes shipped to us straight from Namaste. And so we just order it through Costco when we get it. We've still got enough of that, though I will say after this next week, we're going to have to be ordering another case here before too long. But we do that, 2, maybe 3 times a year. And that's if we don't stock up when we go to Costco. So there's that. There's just a lot of things that, we try to rotate through. We try to work through. And it's how we make our family function in the budget that we do with the cost of groceries where we live. But you do what you got to do. Anyhow, I hope that you guys have an absolutely Merry Christmas. I hope that you have a blessed day, whether you are spending it with friends and family or you are sticking to social distancing or whatever. Guys, Merry Christmas to all of you, regardless of that. In the meantime, have that blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.